Hi, we're Team 1126 from Washington State University, Vancouver. My name is Rosemary Barrass.
And my name is Zachariah Weber.
And today we are going to be presenting our solution for problem C for SCUDEM, the Managing Different Dispute Resolution Strategies problem. The rapid influx of South Sudanese refugees into Ugandan refugee settlements creates a melting pot of traditions and conflict resolution styles. This creates issues when the population cannot agree on how to resolve conflicts. The Ugandan government wants the camps to become self-governing and peaceful. Before coming up with our model, we had to do some background research. We were able to find that in July 2016, the South Sudanese refugee population dramatically increased due to the ongoing conflict in Sudan. Bidi, located outside of Yumbe, Uganda, became one of the first major settlements for refugees. This camp was the largest refugee camp in the world by 2017. The goal of the settlement was to become self-sustaining. The Ugandan government appointed refugee leaders to mediate in the settlement of issues within the camp. Most South Sudanese people are Sunni Muslim, which means they believe in consensus. The Bidi settlement had 260,000 people by August 2016. This settlement reached its maximum capacity of 270,000 people by December of 2016. Some refugees at this time feel that they have no plans of returning to South Sudan. Other refugees see no future in Uganda and want to move back to Sudan as soon as possible. Sudanese refugees set up a women's counseling center in Bidi after many women were being raped. Refugees feel that refugee leaders do not step in to resolve conflicts enough and do not act quickly enough. 79% of the refugees are women and children, although leadership is almost entirely male. Rapes are the most common occurrence in refugee camps, and they often happen when women are gathering wood, which is a daily task for them. Ugandan officials use a hands-off approach to governance in the camps. For the presentation of this model, it is very important that we outline a few key terms that we will use often. First is mediation. This is a conflict resolution style which uses a guide to help two parties resolve a conflict. Then is arbitration, a conflict resolution style which uses an arbiter to make the decision that two parties must abide by. Third is negotiation, a conflict resolution style which allows people to resolve their own conflicts with no outside help.
Assumptions. People will enter the settlements with the negotiation conflict resolution strategy. The camp has a fixed capacity of 270,000 people. South Sudanese people will try to adhere to the most used system. This is because South Sudan is mostly Sunni Muslim. Uganda is trying to keep the settlements self-regulated, which means mediated, and arbiters will come in temporarily to resolve issues and state mediation. Mediators often come from within the community and share cultural backgrounds with the refugees, so when conflicts are present, refugees have a chance to switch to mediation. However, when conflicts do arise in the community, mediators often do not act quickly enough or get good results, so there is also a high chance that the refugees will switch back to arbitration. Based on our assumptions from the last slide, this is the model that we made. Constants. We have 6 constants and 1 random variable. Our first constant, cap, is the capacity of our camp, which is 270,000 people. C1 through C5 dictate how quickly people move from each group, and our random variable P changes the impact of each conflict. Our model tends towards mediation in the long run. However, in real life, the first part of our graph would likely repeat several times. This is because we're using a homogeneous Poisson process to generate our random variables. Our conflicts happen at even intervals, and our variance cannot reflect the reality of the major difference between small and large conflicts. Conclusions. We predict that the long-term conflict resolution method of the South Sudanese people in Uganda will be mediation. We modeled conflicts using a random variable using the mean of randomly generated homogeneous Poisson events. Even with these variations, the long-term results are for mediation. Recent articles about the Bidi settlement confirm this, as the settlement is becoming its own city with a growing economy. If we had more time, we would have looked at finding the bifurcations for our 5 parameters. We also found that during testing, If C5 were any larger, the arbiter group would drop to a small negative number, which shouldn't be possible. We'd also want to test this model with interactions between the subcamps within BD-BIDI.
These are our sources, and thank you for watching our video.
Thank you.